Hello, my soul friend. How are you? We have entered October 2019. You may find for the end of September going into the first week of October, you are feeling especially tired. And the reason for this feeling of fatigue or inertia is it's a slowing down before the acceleration of October really kicks in. And yes, October is going to be, what I keep getting is this explosive energy. It's going to be high electricity. I keep seeing the image of an explosion or a volcano. I keep seeing fire, like, hot molten magma exploding and pouring out of this really powerful, really strong volcano. That's what Spirit keeps showing me when I tune into October. Let's just talk for a moment about the beautiful energies that we had in September. I know it wasn't all sunshine and roses, but it never is. No month will be. There'll always be ebbs and flows. And ebbs and flows are a completely natural part of life. I think in the modern age, there is this idea that our lives should be steady eddy, even keel, just this baseline of perfection. But that's not nature. Nature doesn't move like this. If you see energy, you understand that energy moves in ebbs and flows, in waves. It doesn't make a direct beeline. It's not a linear line thing. That's not how energy works. And nature is all about energy, as are we. So always expect, the waves to wash in and the waves to wash out. It's all part of our human being experience here. I've been drawn to the concepts and ideas around the third dimension and the fifth dimension. I'm really seeing clearly that there are people very much functioning, living 100% existing in the fifth dimension. And this is a beautiful thing, myself included. And the beautiful energies that I experienced in September was, if you see my last video or the one before that, talking about the ASMR-like feeling of those September, those autumn energies. So there was a feeling of having all my senses heightened. I felt like I could hear every little crisp leaf underneath my shoe, as I walked upon the path. Colours were more vibrant. I felt like I was seeing new colours for the first time, hearing new sounds. There was just this vibrancy that has just been incredible over the last few weeks. And my angel said that it was because I'm working so diligently and so consistently doing my healer work, doing my empath work, meditation teaching, mindfulness, self-development, breath work all the time, and also coinciding with my journey, my pathway. Being in the fifth dimensional world has heightened everything and helped me to access a more source perspective on the world, on my environment, and on my life, which it was just the most beautiful experience. I'm still having that sense, but it's like it's petered out. It's like it's balanced out more, and it's I suppose I've adjusted, I've adapted to this really high frequency state of being every day. That's the best way I can put it. So even though the colors are still as vibrant and the sounds are still as crisp and clear, it's my new normal. It's my new normal. And many of you sent me emails and you wrote comments on that video saying that thank you for pointing this out because I was having the very same experience. Some of you were talking about stepping out of the matrix and feeling like now you're finally part of the full fifth dimensional living experience and the wonders of that. So thank you for that. What you will notice though as well is that there are others who are very much in the third dimension and they're not leaving and they're not ready to leave, and that's perfectly fine. It's vital that you don't interfere with other people's journeys. You don't interfere with where they are because they are exactly where they must be at this time for their expansion. Spirit never pushes us beyond what we're ready for. And neither should we. We should not push ourselves or others beyond what their soul is ready to receive. When they are ready to go into 5D, the fifth dimension, fourth density, fifth dimension, they will go there. They will step in. Don't worry about people that you feel, oh, they're in the third dimension. I feel like I'm leaving them behind. Understand that there are many parallel Earths. There are many universes coexisting simultaneously. And this is the nature of creation. And their consciousness will create the Earth that they are meant to be on to match that consciousness, as does yours. So I strongly advise you not to be entertaining thoughts that suggest you need to somehow pull somebody out of 3D and into where you are. Because first of all, that doesn't work. So you're wasting your time and energy. And second of all, you need to respect other people's free will and respect their soul journey. So, for you, my healer friends out there, you'll know this. If somebody comes to you who claims they want to be healed, claims they want to receive the high vibrations, but really on a very subconscious level, you know that they're not willing or ready to do that. You have to step back and respect that. And it's the very same in all areas. So, we just have to allow people to be where they are and allow ourselves as well that same compassion to be where we are. And to understand that the third dimension, even though we are no longer operating from that space, that it is there for a reason, and that spirit creates everything on purpose, and we just have to move forward knowing that we send love, we send blessings to everybody wherever they are in their journey. And know that the people that you're supposed to meet, the people that are meant to be on your fifth dimensional pathway, will always show up for you and you will show up for them. And not to worry about who that is, who, what, when, where. Leave the who, what's, and where, when, and where's to source. Leave that up to the super consciousness, the one creator, the prime creator. And your spirit guides to sort those details out for you. Your job is to show up for yourself. Your job is to reach to create the vibrations you want to experience, to become the vibrations that you want to feel and experience in your creative world. So this explosive energy of October, things are really going to start to move and accelerate dramatically next week onward. And Today is the 3rd of October. So from the 6th onwards, we're going to really feel that shift kick in. There was an awful lot of and continued karmic cleansing or past cleansing. So anything of your Akashic records, things from your past that have been in the back of your mind or weighing you down, or that you feel you're carrying with you. This time is a great time to just do the detox, do the clearing. I actually spent the past few days going through my inboxes, my emails, all my photographs, deleting photos that I felt had run their course existing in my life. And that felt really cathartic. And then also, copying and pasting and organizing the photographs, the memories that I am happy to have access to in my consciousness. So a lot of physical clearing as well, a lot of updating, painting and stripping and sanding and all those activities that help us feel renewed, that help us feel like we're accessing a new, fresh, clean slate. Another example of that would be last weekend, my partner and I spent the weekend pulling up floor tiles and carpet tiles, and that felt really cleansing, because I was thinking of all the old energy in the carpets and just feeling it was a great joy to pull them up and to get rid of them and recycle them, and to see the fresh, clean canvas of the floorboards underneath. So that's, again, these are all little symbols of what's going on internally. Our external actions and what we're drawn to do will always be an expression of how we're feeling and what's going on internally. So that letting go, that shedding, that removing of the old to make space for the new. October is going to be full of challenges, but these challenges are definitely for your benefit, because they're going to help you speed up your expansion. They're going to help you to accomplish the goals, the desires, the spiritual understanding of where you need to be now before we go into 2020. And we are in the 2020 energies, but there is this big push now this October to really to get things moving. We can't just sit in the fatigue as this week moves on. We will really feel that Saturn energy calling us and saying, let's get back to nitty gritty. Let's really strip back all this stuff and let's focus on what the soul came here to do. And you're going to find it's like hyperspeed. Once you actually set in motion the very things that you came here to do, you're going to find that there's this big whoosh of tremendous support and new opportunities. Doors will just fly open in October to really get you on that soul path to be doing, to be actively participating in those exchanges, in those opportunities that set you up to be part of this new world, this new earth that we've all been building towards since 2012. What else have I got to say about October? Make sure you have clear boundaries. Make sure you don't with this explosive, excitable energy, there'll be a tendency to say yes to everything. There'll be a tendency to be like, sign me up, let's go. Yes, I'll take on all these jobs and I'll do all these courses and I'll, spread myself really thin. Try to avoid that. Just take this message, be prepared. You don't want to get that overwhelmed, burnt out thing in October, because the energies are going to be really frisky, really explosive, really electrical, and really fun. Don't get me wrong. It's a really, like, for those of us dynamics who love that fast moving energy, like, I'm really enjoying the energies right now. And I really felt the acceleration the last 2 days. But at the same time, try not to get overwhelmed. Don't overload yourself. Don't overburden yourself. Pace yourself. Take your time. Remember to say, yes, can I get back to you on that? And just take a deep breath and stay grounded. Half an hour every day, bare feet on the earth, on the ground. I know that's getting harder to do for those of us going into autumn. But if you can do that, you're going to feel the magnetics, and through your feet, the chakras in the feet will help to ground you. It's really, really good for your health and your energy levels. If you can't do that, other activities to ground you, running is great, dancing, drumming, physical activities that keep you very physically focused in your body. Gardening is brilliant as well. Obviously the same, the drill. Long walks in nature, always important any time of the year. Especially in the woods, connecting with the clay, with the earth, with the soil, placing your hands in the water, in the ocean. These are all grounding, important, clarifying techniques, and should be part of your daily, weekly structure. Especially when the energy is so that really, really sophisticated, high vibrational, electrical, just think of lightning in the sky. That's October, So plenty of rest. Because it's such a high creative time, you might find that you get these surges, these bursts of creative energy, and you can go for days and you just won't stop, and you'll be amazed at what you can do. But then you'll reach a point where you'll need to you'll hit a point where your body will say, okay, today is a day of just building up chi, building back up the life force, resting, build back up my chi. So, that's when Netflix and, a bowl of soup, don't be afraid and allow yourself to build back up your chi. It's important so that when you do get the surge, you do get this big high wave of electrical energy where you're out there, doing, sharing your gift with the world, that you're ready for that and that you have the chi to do it. That's really important. So lots of rest, learning to say no, clear boundaries, avoiding energy vampires. Very important, especially in the next few weeks, because you're going to need that energy for yourself to share your gift with the world, to be out there, to be connecting, and to be able to avail of these opportunities. So I love you dearly, soul to soul, cosmic mother blessings. Namaste.